Alright, could we do something? Can we all stretch? See if you can touch the sky, but don't throw your shoulder out. Okay, let's see if you can stretch and reach all across, like as far as you can this way and as far as you can this way. Alright, what about going down? If you're in your chair, maybe, how about do this, back your chair up a little bit and just kind of lean over. Or you can stand, it's up to you. But the body needs to move a little bit sometimes. It's been sitting here for a long time, and we've operated in our brain for so long during this conference, and we gotta give some care to the body, wake it up a little bit. How about we do this now? If you feel comfortable in your body again, and when you're ready, sit back down, and we'll do one other thing. Or a couple other things. Okay. Everybody, let's do a nice inhale. All right, and don't do it like you were. Did you ever do this when you were hanging with your friends when you were a kid, and they'd say, "Hey, let's see who can hold their breath the longest underwater," and then you go like this. Okay, is that a good breath or not? Okay, so instead, let's take a nice. Let's breathe to our back, like where our ribs are in the back. See if you can feel your ribs in the back. Okay, let's take a breath so those open up. And if you're sitting in the chair, you can kind of feel against the chair, maybe you'll feel your ribs open up. So let's just take a nice low breath. Because your lungs, they don't go just here, they also go way back here. And they go farther, they're actually longer in the back, down to the bottom of your rib cage. Up here, your rib cage is shorter. But your lungs go all the way back here, so we want to take a nice breath. And then let it out. Let's take some more breaths, and you can close your eyes if you'd like. So we've been on this journey together, like since time began, and not time in a like a scientific way, but time in a way like as the universe began, as creation began. We've been on this journey together. Right now, it's just in human form, but. It's been forever. We have all of the universe inside of us. We have all the things that made the universe inside of us. We have all those ancestors, all those relatives. All those things are with us. So that's like zooming out. And then all of a sudden we zoom in. And here's our universe. It's inside of us. All that stuff, those explosions of stars and things going out and coming and people passing or things passing seemingly and then continuing. It's all inside of us, just like it's out here. What we're going to do right now is we're going to, I look up here and there's some things that were written down on note things from yesterday, and and that's kind of outside of ourselves in a way. Let's zoom in. And let's get in touch with our senses, okay? Could you do me a favor and on this sheet of paper, let's just write the senses across. Okay, what's one of the senses? Just shout it out. Okay, touch. Another one. Sight. Okay, another one. Smell. Another. Taste. Another.
Hearing. Wait.
So we got, okay. Here. Anything else? Okay, what about your organic sense? What about the sense that you feel like if I said, if I did something like this, I walked up to you and I went, ah! I said, all right, what did you feel inside? What did you feel? What did your body do inside? Tense up. Where did you feel it? Where did you feel the tensing? In your gut. Who felt it up here? You know, who felt it down here? Okay, so that's your organic sense. You know, how you sense things and how you feel things inside. And then there's another sense we don't talk about, and that's the movement sense. How many were in the Menominee Forest today, this morning? Okay, and when you look up, and maybe you spin around a little bit, and you look at the trees, how your body feels in that space and that with movement. Or maybe if some of you flew here, you know, or maybe you rode in a car or on a train to get here, and you look outside the window and everything's moving, but your body is still, you know, or that movement of when you're diving into the water, you know. So these are other senses as well. So what would be if you were writing poetry, you'd go deep in, and then maybe somebody would read it, and somebody would not get it. Other people would get it, but they'd have to spend some time with it. When you're writing a song, you zoom out, and then you zoom in. Zooming in, you want to get in touch with those senses, so you can really feel what the song is about. And like I might be singing about chocolate ice cream, and maybe some of you already felt, you know, oh, I'm starting to salivate as soon as he said chocolate ice cream. Maybe some of you, like all of a sudden in your gut, like, ugh, and you wanted to retch because that's not the flavor you like, you know, or maybe you don't even like ice cream, you know. So that's kind of zooming in and then zooming out, and I see some of these things written down. So let's zoom in a little bit. Give me an emotion that you felt during these past 2 days. And so let's write that down. Something else. And you can write whatever you hear.
Fragile. Grounded.
Okay, give me a place. Okay, let's be a little specific. Where's home? Whoever said home.
Omaha.
So write Omaha, right by home. Forest, be specific. Where? What forest? Where?
The
Menominee Forest. Okay, let's, if we want to truly take all the things that we learn and find a way to share them, what are one of the things that we have to do in order to find a way to communicate that to other people, in order to share that with other people? How do we get that out of ourselves and to them? How do we approach that person or approach those people? In what kind of way? Anything. Language, okay. And let's be specific. What kind of language? Is it a verbal language, emotional language, French? When you say language, what are you thinking?
Verbal English.
Verbal language. Okay. What else?
Respect and understanding.
Respect and understanding.
I have grace.
Okay. Okay. Now, if you're giving respect and trying to understand them, are we also doing it to ourselves? Because this world and this world is the same thing. You know? So like on this healing journey that we're all doing it together, but at the same time we're battling those same demons inside. We're struggling with those same things that we see everybody else do. So for instance, and this might be offensive to some people, or maybe not, I don't know, but I remember I saw Donald Trump attend the funeral of the judge, the female judge. And I saw people booing when they saw him there. Now, I'm not a fan of Donald Trump, but there was a human feeling I felt when I saw that. And so I asked one of my kids, how do you feel when you see this? And they said, I feel kind of sad for that person. And that's what I was feeling. So what I'm saying is that the things that maybe we don't agree with or see on the outside sometimes are also reflections of ourselves, you know. And somebody told me, like, all the things that you see in somebody else, it's kind of just a mirror. The things that you point out on somebody else. So it's so important to like zoom out, zoom in. Okay, if something is not happening here, what am I doing to contribute to that? Or what am I not doing? You know. So we want to keep doing these things, reflecting. Okay, we have an issue. We have something that looks really good. But when we try to communicate to each other, and I was listening to the last session, somebody said one word or two words, and the other person was offended by that. That's a normal thing, but we have to keep looking in and looking out, and looking in and looking out. Why are we offended by it? Why are we not validating their feelings, or why does it disrupt ours when it's something we don't agree with? So all very, very important things. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to, we don't have much time, but I'm just going to grab things that are on here, and you'll have to turn this one in a little bit, this thing, and make up a song from what you've offered. But we still have a couple more minutes. If there's something else that you think you didn't offer, either an emotion, a feeling, or something that you learned that really, really stood out, and you just want to like shout it out and have it put on here. Do it now, because we don't have that much time. Anything. Let's put silence on it. Because you just did that, you just offered that. And I thank you for that. Because silence is beauty and wisdom too. Okay, so if you could turn this one in a little bit, so I can look at it. One thing I found out really quickly, and this is just how I feel, is that when you're in the process of creation, you're a part of it, but you're definitely not the whole thing. You know, you are sharing what's come before, but you're also sharing all that's around you. So like when I step in to do a performance, I don't feel like I'm performing. I feel like more like I'm just trying to be open to what's here. When I pick up the flute, I don't have a preconceived idea. I don't have a song that playing. In my mind, I'm just trying to be in the moment of what's here. I don't know what's going to happen on this, but I'm just going to play whatever comes out of the guitar, whatever comes out of the voice, and whatever I can see on here. So we're writing this song together, you know, all of us, and probably our ancestors, and probably all the things that need to be. So what that does is it gets me out the hook. We are all good, but we can cause some harm. How have you ever been? Will you set that table? We have to talk to people in their own language. 'Cause when you're ready to know, and when the knowledge comes, you accept a lack of closure. But first you gotta be calm, and sometimes a little bit anxious, 'cause we're so fragile as human beings. But we can be grounded in our silence, and we can all go home, whether it's Omaha or Kashina, and we can find peace in that forest, the Menominee forest, using our verbal, our language, our respect, and understanding. Understanding and understanding, understanding, understanding. 'Cause we are all indigenous from somewhere, and we stand up for our identity, create a common agenda, and develop our senses. And we let the stories lead, and let the science follow. But first we have to become a little bit anxious. We gotta accept all the things that are in you and me and everybody, and even those glaciers, all that tension, the light, the darkness, everything around us, everything inside us. And 'cause then we're home. 'Cause then we're home. Can you sing it with me? 'Cause then we're home. Sing it with me. 'Cause then we're home. 'Cause then we're home. We can go home. In that forest inside us, we are home. So, one of the things that just came up a few seconds ago, forgiveness. Forgiveness is super powerful. There's a word in Menominee. In fact, in Menominee language, we're not supposed to plead. We're not supposed to say we're sorry. Instead, we're to say "Saranam," and that means forgive me. You know, and that forgiveness is so very powerful because we go through life feeling like we're inadequate. Like, I have this, but it's not good enough. I approached you and I said something and it offended you. I feel so bad now. I feel like I'm gonna cringe. I'm cringeworthy now. You know? So forgive me, but also forgive yourself. Because you don't know everything, but you know enough to offer love and kindness. And it's time we take back these things. You know, somebody took religion and turned it into a monopoly. Somebody took it in a way to kill people, to have war. Some people have taken all these things, but we need to take back those real core elements like love. You know, when a child is born, you give it. You know, when a plant is coming up, you give it. It's giving you air, it's giving you oxygen, it's giving you all these things to live. And we need to give that, we need to share that, but we also need to share it inside, you know. Forgive those that, you know, that offend us and trigger us, but also forgive ourselves, you know, for being triggered. Because we're just all in this thing together, learning, trying to learn from each other, and, you know, walking up and saying this, you know, I did this, I didn't mean it, swindling them up, forgive me. But at the same time, you know, don't cower and say, okay, I'm not going to do this again. No, it's like, no, we just got to step up and we got to validate ourselves and say, you know, it's okay. It's okay. We're in this together. We're in this home together. We're in this home, you know, and we have to find the peace within it and give it the forgiveness it needs. So I just want to thank you for being yourselves, for bringing yourselves here, and for offering all that you did, for sharing, for learning, for caring, and you know, go and share that with everybody. Share who you are, share what you have to offer, and also, you know, listen and be open-hearted and embrace all those things that people offer, even if it offends us. You know, it's a learning thing. It's a learning thing. It's a beautiful lesson. So Waiwanan, and hope you travel home safely, and hug people again. You know, we kind of lost that with COVID. You can do the hug like this, and you can do the hug like this, but it's okay to reach out. And if you're not comfortable touching yet, that's okay. You can also touch in other ways. You know, reach out in other ways. So be well, everybody. And did you have any last words you wanted to? Okay. Let's all give each other a hand, okay? And let's give a hand to Cami for all the organization. And everybody here. I mean, I don't know everybody's names, but wonderful presentations, photography, video, food. All the people that serve you food, you know, they're just like you. They're trying to make their way in life and putting good intentions in that food when they're giving it to you, so you can go on in your journey and travel. So thank you again, once again, Mamanan, and we'll see you again.